Hi, it's Brian. Welcome to the awards contender. And we're nearing the end of our final Oscar prediction series, but we've got a couple big videos here coming your way. Today, we are talking the acting categories. And I'm very excited to welcome back CODY DERICKS from Next Best Picture. How are we doing, CODY?
Doing well. Excited to talk about 3 categories I feel very good about, and one I am happily pulling my hair out about. As usual.
Yeah. I was thinking about last year, CODY, how 3 of the 4 acting races were still races at this point. Best Actress, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actress. This year, there's really only one race to dig into, so we're not going to talk in depth about the other 3, but we are giving you our final Oscar predictions in every category. Let's start with Best Supporting Actor. The nominees are Sterling K. Brown, American Fiction, Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling, Barbie, and Mark Ruffalo, Poor Things. Robert Downey Jr., CODY, he has swept this category from the beginning. Did you predict this sweep months ago?
I've had him in this category as the winner since July. I mean, you watch the movie, it's the exact type of performance that they love, especially in this category, from an esteemed veteran actor who has 2 previous nominations, has made a lot of people in the room a lot of money, and is giving the kind of perfect, almost not antagonist, but foil performance that they love to award in supporting actor. He has just enough screen time, not too much, not too little. He is memorable. He gets, large, big scenes where he's talking with gusto, and he gets to be charming in the way that he naturally is. It is a pitch perfect supporting actor winning performance. There's really not much to say about it.
I felt he could miss somewhere. I thought Ryan Gosling was so wonderful in Barbie. That would have been a really cool win at one of the televised ceremonies. Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things might be my favorite in this category. I thought he was dazzling in that movie. When I walked out of the theater, I was like, oh my God, Robert Downey Jr. has some competition. Turned out he didn't.
Yeah, I just think it's tailor-made for this category, for the Oscars. Ryan Gosling is definitely in second place. Like the song I'm Just Ken says, he's always number 2. In every single award up to this point, he's probably been the runner-up, and that will continue at the Oscars. These 2 men whose films opened the same weekend in July, battling it out, but it's not really a battle.
I think it's interesting that the last time Robert Downey Jr. was nominated for an Oscar in Best Supporting Actor, he lost to somebody in a Christopher Nolan movie, Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight, and now Downey Jr. is finally winning his Oscar for a Christopher Nolan movie. That's kind of interesting, right?
That's a really good point. I literally didn't put that together. Some expert. Yeah, this category is just kind of pack it up, it's done. And it's a good performance. I don't think there's much to be sad about. I know he has some haters out there online, but I think people are just a little bit sour that somebody from the Marvel movies is winning an Oscar, but he's not the first, and he won't be the last.
Our final prediction in Best Supporting Actor is, of course, Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer. All right, next up is Best Supporting Actress. The nominees are Emily Blunt, Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks, The Color Purple, America Ferrera, Barbie, Jodie Foster, Nyad, and Da'Vine Joy Randolph, The Holdovers. All right, CODY, America Ferrera has got this, right?
Listen, I'm putting it out there. I did predict this correctly, as did you, so I think we can hold on to those bragging rights for another week and a half till the Oscars are on. But, I mean, this is just another race where it's like, thanks for playing, ladies, but...
Yeah, this one, since I would say BAFTA, I'm just there's nobody who's going to upset Da'Vine Joy Randolph. I thought Emily Blunt could get something like SAG because she won for A Quiet Place there a few years ago. Mm-hmm. But at some point in the season, CODY, somebody is winning so many things that there's just no stopping her. And that's been the case this season with Da'Vine Joy Randolph. I mean, what did she lose? 2 or 3 Critics Group prizes, and that's about it?
She lost the Gothams to Charles Melton in the combined category.
Oh, right.
But
Okay.
she clean swept the major critics awards. She's won every televised precursor. My friend Kevin Jacobson, he said this, that he wouldn't be surprised if, based on the number of critics groups now and just the total sweep she's had, this was the most awarded performance of all time. Just in the number of like constant critics wins she's getting and accolades, it's just been endless. There's no stopping her, and it's a lovely performance from a working actress I've been following for quite a while, since her Tony nomination for Ghost the Musical over a decade ago. And I'm just really excited to see her win.
But that is wild to suggest that this is the most awarded performance in all of history. That's kind of amazing.
I don't even really know who number 2 is. I imagine, like you said, it's probably Emily Blunt. I was predicting her for Globes just when the season was just starting out. Before we knew it was going to be a total domination by Randolph. But it's a great performance. It's going to be a great win in this category. And I'm just really excited to see what new things this brings her in her career. You know, I've loved her in things like Dolomite Is My Name, and I'm really excited for her.
Yeah, Randolph is by far my favorite performance in this category. When I saw this movie, A Telluride, many, many months ago, I was like, man, I would love to see her get into Best Supporting Actress. And here we have just this colossal sweep. It is fantastic. One for the ages. Our final Oscar prediction in Best Supporting Actress is obviously Da'Vine Joy Randolph in The Holdovers. Okay, next up is Best Actor. The nominees are Bradley Cooper, Maestro, Coleman Domingo, Rustin, Paul Giamatti, The Holdovers, Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer, and Jeffrey Wright's American Fiction. Cody, we thought this was going to be a race between Cillian Murphy and Paul Giamatti, but after Cillian Murphy won at SAG, is this thing over?
You know, it's funny because I correctly predicted Cillian for the Globe and BAFTA. I mean, everybody predicted him for the BAFTA, obviously. And then not for SAG, and I thought that this would be Paul Giamatti's Oscar. You know, it just kind of feels like he's a veteran actor. He's been working for 30-something years in major films. He's a previous nominee. Everybody knows he should be a previous multiple nominee, but he missed for Sideways. And he's a Best Picture nominee, as is Cillian Murphy, obviously. And it's kind of a classic Best Actor role. You know, it's something you could see winning in the 70s. I don't know. Just Cillian Murphy's performance is my personal favorite in this category, but it's not the kind of performance that the Academy usually goes for, especially in Best Actor. They love bigger performances. They love screaming, histrionics. I mean, you can see it in the winners of the past decade or so. They just love a man just losing his mind on screen. And Cillian Murphy's performance is the complete opposite of that. It's pulled back. It's interior. It is about a man wrestling internally with his impact and his actions, which is appropriate for the movie. It's just not the kind of thing that Oscar goes for, so I was really doubtful all season long, and then he just kept winning. You know, he's really only lost the Critics' Choice of the major televised awards. Once he won the SAG, I thought it was kind of done.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with how much love Cillian Murphy has gotten this season. Like, at the beginning, I thought Bradley Cooper was going to win at least one or two things, because that's a much flashier performance. And then Paul Giamatti gives the more emotional, kind of comedic turn that I feel like a lot of voters would go for. So for Murphy to do as well as he did, I think it's more than just, oh, he's playing a real-life figure and he's in this great movie. People have recognized the brilliance of him in Oppenheimer, and I don't think he can lose at the Oscars, right?
At this point, I think with Oppenheimer so securely in the lead in so many categories, it's going to be easy for this to get swept up along with it. And again, people are recognizing the performance on its merits. I think if Paul Giamatti was going to get his Oscar, it would be kind of more of an ascension. You know, if Paul Giamatti wins at this point, it's going to be a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I do think Murphy has won enough that if any other name is announced at the Oscars for Best Actor, we are all going to fall out of our chair. We are going to be like, what? And the whole rule book will be like rewritten, because at this point, it's very, very, very difficult for Murphy to lose. All right, so our final Oscar prediction for Best Actor is Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer. All right, the moment has come, Cody. The final acting category we are talking about today is Best Actress. The nominees are Annette Bening, Nyad, Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon, Sandra Hüller, Anatomy of a Fall, Carey Mulligan, Maestro, and Emma Stone, Poor Things. So, what did we think, Cody, about Lily Gladstone winning at SAG?
I've stuck with Lily as my prediction this entire season. I've had her since about October, November. The path she's taken has been a little unsteady, but I can see the path to victory. And the SAG win, obviously winning SAG, I'm not going to change my prediction from her now. So I'm sticking with her. This is a very similar race to last year in a lot of ways. The two top nominees had the exact same journey of wins. One of them, Cate Blanchett last year, Emma Stone this year, won one of the Golden Globes, Critics' Choice, and BAFTA. The other one, Michelle Yeoh last year, who ended up winning the Oscar. And Lily Gladstone this year won the other Golden Globe and SAG. So, SAG and BAFTA share Oscar voters, so they always have to be taken seriously. Lately, SAG has been really good at predicting the Oscar. There's been a few years lately where it's gone 4 for 4. Acting winners at SAG happen again at the Oscars. Happened last year. I just think when you see Lily Gladstone win an award, especially at the SAGs last weekend, it's exciting to watch. And you even saw Emma Stone jump out of her seat with excitement. I think Emma Stone might be voting for Lily Gladstone even. And there's a story there. There's something exciting about a newer actress in terms of mainstream notice, an actor of color, an indigenous actress. And what the Oscars are doing is telling a story. It's telling a story of the year in film, where Hollywood is at the moment, often where America is at the moment. And I think that story just points to an ending with Lily Gladstone holding an Oscar.
Yeah, I think it's very close. Based on the strength of her performance, Cody, I'm still leaning toward Emma Stone. I know her losing at SAG was a big hit. It seems very likely that Lily Gladstone is going to win. I agree with everything you said. I mean, her narrative is so strong. It would give Killers of the Flower Moon that one prize. I don't think it's winning anything else that night. I mean, I don't think it's exactly the same when you compare it to last year, Cate Blanchett and Michelle Yeoh, because Michelle Yeoh was in a movie that was winning Best Picture and Best Director and Screenplay and Supporting Actress and Supporting Actor. It was dominating by SAG nights. Whereas Killers of the Flower Moon has been very quiet. It has not won like anything the last few weeks outside of Globe and SAG for Lily Gladstone. So that does give me some pause in being confident about Gladstone winning at the Oscars with the large Academy body. With Poor Things being as strong of a movie as it is, I think Poor Things is going to win at least one or two in the tech categories. And, it's in Best Picture and Best Director, and it has that adapted screenplay nomination, which Killers of the Flower Moon doesn't. What I struggle with, Cody, is that I do think Emma Stone gives the performance of the year, and I think it's absolutely Oscar-worthy. That is a performance that should win an Academy Award. So if I'm like, mainly because of Gladstone's SAG win, I shift over to Gladstone, and then they announce the winner at the Oscars is Emma Stone, I'll be like, yeah, Brian, I think you were overthinking this. If they announce Lily Gladstone as the winner at the Oscars, it'll be a beautiful moment. It'll be fantastic for her. I will love seeing it. I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to be sad that my favorite performance of the year, Emma Stone in Poor Things, didn't win. So it's tricky for me, Cody, because as I've said on this channel, I've done a review. I'm not the biggest fan of Killers of the Flower Moon. I wish I loved her performance more. I thought she was very good in the movie. I did not think that was a performance necessarily that was Oscar worthy. So I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted here because at the same time, I love her as a person, and this would be a huge moment for her. It would be incredible. Emma Stone has already won. So it's like, does Emma Stone need to have a second Oscar? I just think based on the power of Emma Stone's performance, I am still leaning toward her. That's where I am right now.
Whichever one you're picking, if you feel full confidence in that choice, you are lying to yourself. And this is one of the harder races of the night. This is arguably the fourth year in a row that Best Actress is a nail-biter up until they open the envelope. And I want to be clear also, Lily Gladstone's win is not just about optics or history.
Right.
To people like myself who love the performance, it's an amazing performance. It's similar to Cillian Murphy's, not the kind of performance that Oscar usually goes for. It is also quieter. It is more about her presence and her focus than about outsized emotion. If you love Killers of the Flower Moon, which, even though it's probably not going to win any other Oscars, voters still loved it. They give it 10 nominations. So it's still an adored film from a master filmmaker. And those that love the film love that performance. I don't think you can separate the movie from Lily Gladstone's performance. I doubt you would see people, I cannot imagine somebody watching the film and going, I loved the movie, couldn't stand Lily Gladstone's performance. That doesn't make any sense. So if you like the movie, you like the performance. To me, it's the performance of the year in this category, personally. I think what she's doing is just essential for the film working, and also, again, not the kind of typical performance you see awarded for the Oscars. And if I had a ballot, I would vote for her.
I just think Emma Stone has been outdoing herself with each Oscar nomination she's had. It's been a better performance every time. I thought she was better in The Favorite than she was in La La Land. And then I think her performance in Poor Things is her best by far. I mean, I don't know how she can outdo Bella Baxter in Poor Things moving forward. I mean, it is just incredible work. So, yeah, this is kind of a toss-up for me. I could go either way. Watch them announce the winner, Cody, as Sandra Hüller.
I mean, listen, an amazing performance, and it would be a very cool win. I don't think it's happening. I think this is very clearly between, our two frontrunners, but
I can't wait for the video I'll absolutely make one day. Stone versus Gladstone. I mean, it kind of writes itself. But yeah, at the end here, Cody, I mean, it might be Gladstone. It might probably be Gladstone. But my final Oscar prediction in Best Actress is Emma Stone. Poor Things. What is your choice?
My final prediction is Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon.
Okay, we will see in just a few days. So as we wrap up here, Cody, if you can tell our viewers where they can find you online, now would be the time.
I'm a writer and podcaster at Next Best Picture, so find me over there. And you can follow me on Twitter, Letterboxd, Instagram, everywhere else at CodyMonster91.
Thanks so much for watching and subscribing, and let me know in the comments below who you think is winning Best Actress at the Oscars. Is it going to be Emma Stone or Lily Gladstone? And we'll see you next time at the Awards Contender.